Fucking awesome shit to go over today for news. So let's get right the fuck into it. Oops, wrong button. Here we go. Up first, I just saw this. This literally just dropped in the last hour. So this anime, I don't know if you've ever heard of, if any of you guys have heard of Psyop anime, yes or no. He's been dropping some fucking awesome fucking, I think they're AI created animes, and they're short form, but this one's less than a minute long, and it's so fucking good. How's it going, Sophia? How are you? I was here yesterday. Did you guys not think I was going to be here today or something?
アメリカ政権はブラフをかけている。中国が台湾をめぐって圧力を強めている中でイランとの直接対決に踏み切る可能性は低い。その狙いはより大規模な衝突へと発展させることなく、あなた方に核開発計画の放棄を迫ることにある。
なるほど。ご尽力に感謝します。ハッカーカールソン。
Oh god, I fucking love this fucking account. They are so good. Oh fuck. No, I will not. I'm not interested. Go watch that fucking gay bitch fucking pretend to be Leon. If he was on fucking heroin, I guess. If Leon was a fucking heroin addicted fucking prostitute, he would look like Baby No Money. Alright, I got this other clip for you, and then we're gonna get into Nux on Gavin Newsom, and then what's the other video I got for you guys today? Other video is Simon Whistler on the newest Iran developments. We'll go with developments.
Of course, no, Japan and US are very good friends, but one question, why didn't you tell US allies?
Now, obviously, this is from earlier today. She just arrived in Washington the last night, I believe. So this was just earlier today. They were talking, doing a little meet and greet.
In Europe and Asia, like Japan, about the war before attacking Iran. So we are very confused about we Japanese citizens. Well, one thing.
So the person is asking the president, so why didn't you tell Japan what you were going to do?
You don't want to signal too much, you know. When we go in, we.
So like it's nothing personal against Japan. It's just you might have someone that's a little loose-lipped, and it's just better to tell less people.
Went in very hard, and we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay, why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay.
I fucking love this guy. Oh shit. I fucking love our president again. I fucking love our president, guys.
Right? You know, he's asking me, no, you believe in surprise, I think much more so than us. And we had to surprise him, and we did. And because of that surprise, we knocked out, the first 2 days, we probably knocked out 50% of what we, and much more than we anticipated doing. So if I go and tell everybody about it, there's no longer a surprise, right?
I fucking love our president. I can't believe he had the fucking balls to say that. Like, I shouldn't be surprised by the things that come out of his mouth anymore, but... And you know that there's going to be people on the left being like, oh my god, how dare he bring up that as a joke? Oh, especially to the Japanese. Oh, we dropped bombs on them, remember? Trump was talking about, no, he's not on drugs. No, it's a joke. He made a joke. He made a joke that not a lot of Japanese people are going to laugh about because, you know, they attacked us. While they were still negotiating peace, they attacked us. Trump is definitely doing right, 100%. 100,000%. Yeah, that's what he was making a joke about. Because the reporter asked him why didn't he tell Japan about them attacking Iran. And he was like, well, we needed to keep it secret. Like, you guys didn't warn us before you attacked us at Pearl Harbor, did you? Like, it was just a joke, but... Oh, God, there's going to be so many fucking people going crazy about that for, like, starting this afternoon, like, guaranteed. Like, you're going to hear all the fucking left side people fucking screaming at the rooftops at how insensitive he is for that specific fucking sentence. Like, you know, it's going to be fucking crazy on the fucking... It's just going to be so bad. But alright, we got Gavin Newsom responded. He's fucked. It's one of the quick clips that he got out of his thing. So, this is how we're going to have to do it for now until he's done with his 2-hour-long videos.
So, it started off with Nick Shirley saying, here is the full 40 minutes of my crew and I exposing California fraud. Minnesota was big. California's even bigger. We uncovered over $170 billion in fraud. And I'm sure leftists are like...
It's 170 million, but... 170 million.
So upset because they hate fraud or something. Psych, they are the fraud. Nuck's doctrine keeps getting proven right again and again and again. And I'll tell you Nuck's doctrine in just a moment. As these fraudsters live in luxury with no consequences. Like and share, the fraud must stop. As you can see, this got 183,000 likes. All right, this just came out. 3.4 million views. Hold up, let me reload the page. I'm sure it's even higher now. Wait. Let's see it up to 4.
I checked it this morning. It's up to 33.4. 33.4.
0.9 million views. All right, and he didn't even upload the YouTube version. This is just on Twitter so far. No wonder why Gavin Newsom's crashing out. Now, Nuck's doctrine is actually very simple. If you are an immoral piece of garbage, I don't actually expect you to have morals in any other sector at all. Leftist policy is quite literally satanic.
Thank you for the follow, Rezi.
Lots of people telling me, Nux, you have to ally with them. Don't call them all satanic. Don't do it. You point out one leftist policy that's not satanic, and I will stop.
Me too.
All right?
Nux
this
is the
exactly
goat.
what I said when Shuan had
Nux
called me
is
out.
the only
goat. It all
goat.
actually comes back to this.
I'm not smearing, like, the left as a whole, okay? This isn't fucking Fox News. This isn't the Nuxanor channel.
I fucking love this clip. This clip is gonna live forever. It's never gonna get... He's never gonna stop playing this clip.
I'm well aware.
That's right, and I am smearing the left as a whole. You know why? Because they are an immoral...
And I am attempting to help as best I can.
Corrupt, by definition party, and quite literally, I give them absolutely zero leeway when it comes to morality at all, ever, in any possible direction. That's right. You name me one leftist policy that's not satanic, and I will stop. Oh, they're just pro-abortion and the murdering of fetuses. Oh, they're just pro-child murder and pro-child castration. All right, they're pro-importing foreign rapists, but shame on you if you're racist when we import those rapists. It's the...
He's starting to get bigger. Like, he's getting there. Like, people are starting to actually catch on to how based he is. It's coming.
Party of every form of sexual deviancy and diversion and quite literally perversion out there. All right, it's all acceptable as long as it's two consenting adults.
Like, I was listening to, what is it, the Apostate Roadshow. I think that's what it is. Dr. Eric Wood. We've played him before on here. I've recommended him to you guys before. But I was listening to him, and one of his super chats was from a Nux fan. It's like, I found you guys through Nux. You guys are awesome. All hail Blue Voldemort.
We can
It's fucking
literally
great.
desecrate God in every possible way. Right? We're gonna come up with new ways to desecrate God. This is literally
no.
leftist policy and dogma. All right. So when they're an inherently immoral brood, then I am not gonna sit here and make believe like I'm surprised when it turns out they're all doing fraud. All right. If they don't believe in thou shalt not murder, I don't expect them to believe in thou shalt not steal. Every time I see
Like, don't take this the wrong way, Gojo, but you are the reason that Nux no longer, it's people like you on here that is the reason Nux no longer puts his fucking chat up on screen for his YouTube videos.
people saying that I go too hard and stuff, I just think they're either dishonest or quite
I am recording for YouTube. Please keep it PG-13.
literally delusional, because I don't go hard enough. I don't go hard enough. I go as hard as YouTube will allow me. All right, so Governor Nick Shirley, all right, Governor Newsom decided to release this post. Nick Shirley right now.
Yeah.
Hey, can I see your kids? With a picture of AI creepy Nick Shirley.
That is
with
one
a million
creepy
cameras
motherfucker.
going into daycares. So this in no uncertain terms.
Like, I will give Gavin's crew credit. This is one creepy fucking person standing at the doorway, full of fucking cameras. But I don't think I've ever seen a Nick with this many cameras, or even, more than one. Just throwing it out there.
Is calling Nick Shirley a pedophile for doing investigations. All right, Nick Shirley is quite literally just a guy, a 23-year-old kid. It seems to be like a really nice guy that goes around and tries to find fraud. Okay, and quite literally, the governor.
Yeah, even with as big as he's been getting, he still took the time to fucking respond to my fucking ass fucking message him for permission to fucking react to his stuff. Like, Nick's fucking as down to earth as they fucking come.
Of California is calling him a pedophile for it. The same governor of California, by the way, that released a law letting pedophiles out of jail if they're in there for 10 years or more. By the way, that's a real thing that they're doing in California, which I've covered in the past, and which is definitely why you should subscribe to me, because a lot of the actual news stories disappear. Most of political discourse these days are different YouTubers taking pot shots at each other, and I'm not going to discard the fact that we're living in a slowly dilapidating society run by miscreants and
Connor, how you
hedonists,
doing, buddy?
all right, to get involved in that soap opera. But this post is absolutely diabolical, and I mean that in the biblical sense. All right? Nick Shirley responds, you do realize I'm just trying to help America eliminate fraud and waste, right? No need to try and make me look like the bad guy for
They
exposing
don't give
fraud.
a shit.
People are over it. Start working for the people, not against them. As you can see, he got 170,000 likes on this, and the original tweet only got 13,000. This is a ratio for the ages. And quite
Next, you weren't following me? What the fuck, bro? I've been talking to you for months, and you just now started following me? What?
literally, this is just the left telling on themselves. They are bankrupt and evil. Nick Shirley did nothing wrong with any of his videos, all right? He doesn't even talk about his personal politics. If your stance is fraud is actually a good thing, then you should be destroyed, obliterated, removed from society. This might be one of
Valo is my resident Islamist, Rezi. So, he does not like Nux at all.
the most despicable things I've ever seen. Nick Shirley exposes fraud, and the governor of California hops online to call him a pedophile for it. 23-year-old guy who's just trying to make the country a better place.
Oh, okay.
All right, whether you agree with his politics or
that's
not.
all right.
This guy says this is a perfect example of state-run propaganda, ladies and gentlemen. Here you have an official press office for a governor, the largest state in our union, pushing a defamation campaign against an independent.
I'm actually surprised that he follows this account.
Journalist. What terrible thing did the journalist do? Oh, he just exposed hundreds of millions of dollars of welfare fraud in an all but fully Democrat-run state. California is actually a fully Democrat-run state. So they're absolutely terrified of independent journalists that aren't on their side coming in and spoiling their fun. I mean, what if someone actually looks into all the NGO fraud in California?
He's from Pakistan. He's from Pakistan, and he's not sure if any of his relatives are part of the 65% or not. So
California, like where they did $37 billion. Where did the $37 billion that old
hey, Alice, how's it going?
Since 2019, only for homelessness in the states to increase by over 24%. Seems like a lot of money for some pretty terrible results. I'm just asking questions, guys.
Along with, I don't know if you guys heard about their wildlife overpass. They've gone over budget, which was $100 million. And You know what's really funny, guys? There's like 5 other states that have wildlife overpasses. Not a single one of them cost anywhere near $100 million, and they're all functional right now. They all are done, completed. The California one, it's halfway done. It's like a square box sitting on top of a highway. Like, a fucking deer could not actually traverse it. A fucking mountain lion couldn't fucking traverse that shit.
Yeah, anyway, and Nick Shirley responds to this. Disgusting act by them to do this, the more I think about it, really is just vile and disgusting. A small percentage of the base will see this and think I'm evil, and eventually want to kill me because of the propaganda created by an officer of California's...
He was also doxxed. He's been talking about it on X. He was doxxed over this video. That video about nothing but fucking fraud, horrible fucking abuses of fraud, literally got him doxxed, and he's been having his life threatened over it.
Office, and he's not actually hyper.
I will drop the link for him at the bottom of my video here on YouTube, because this is getting recorded for YouTube. Like, if anybody has any money, they can donate to Nick for his own security for going out and doing this stuff. I'll have the link down below for you. He deserves it.
Verbalizing or exaggerating at all. This is quite literally the exact point of the post. All right, leftist policy is maybe we should just trigger one of our transgender mentally ill creatures, all right, on our side to literally take a gun and kill him. All right, and that's why they'll celebrate the murder of Charlie Kirk, and that's why they'll celebrate assassination attempts against Donald Trump. All right, they'll call everyone a Nazi and everyone a rapist and everyone a pedophile, and in my opinion, this is the most evil, diabolical shit ever. Issue is, you could never win a lawsuit against this because defamation lawsuits are incredibly hard to win in the United States. Because, hey, I didn't directly call him a pedophile. I just made a funny image saying, hey, can I see your kids? I'm not implying anything.
Yeah.
Except every single terminally online leftoid that reads this sees the governor calling this guy a pedophile and putting a target on his back. This is an independent journalist that goes out there and asks questions to random people. And quite literally, his safety is being compromised by some of the most corrupt pieces of shit out there. This is unbelievably evil, and there's no possible way that this should be remotely acceptable. Especially, ironically, because the left is the pedophile party. They always were. And they
Calm
still
down,
are.
kids.
They literally don't have children. They breed by grooming other people's children. Quite literally,
Connor's doing good.
He's
in chat.
more worthy of impeachment than literally anything Trump has done in any of his 2 terms.
See him tomorrow, actually.
Like, they're trying to impeach Trump because he deports people that invaded our country illegally and because he bombs terrorists that try to kill us. All right? This is just literally slandering an innocent man for no reason. And it's absolutely diabolical. And if you're not as angry as I am about this, you should get that angry.
You really
This is
should.
not remotely acceptable. But hey, don't worry. It's the left. They don't actually face consequences for anything. Did you not get the memo?
Like I said, I could give a shit less if anybody fucking likes my content or enjoys my content, but if you enjoy his content, like, if you can, definitely go help him stay protected, because the death threats that he gets is fucking inexcusable.
All right, some active...
Like, literally, he's just investigating fraud. It literally does not matter what fucking color you are. If you commit fraud, he's gonna fucking come investigate you. Like, he's not racist, he's not a Nazi, he's not right-wing. Like, he's literally just investigating fucking fraud. Like, there's a lot of fucking right-wing people that are gonna get investigated for fraud that he's gonna go investigate, and the fucking left is gonna fucking love it. But they're literally fucking calling for his head right now because he's investigating it, and it just happens to be on the left. Like, did you guys notice that shit? When they investigate something on the right side, they're always fucking right behind them, fucking like, yeah. Like the Epstein files. Like, every time they fucking do an Epstein fucking file fucking video, everybody's fucking watching it and fucking talking about it. And nobody's ever fucking negative about it. But the second he fucking talks about fucking fraud, and it happens to be on the left side, oh, he's a pedophile, kill him! Kill him!
If his judge will just let them out. They don't actually have principles. That's right.
Yeah, literally, the fucking armed guy that walked into a elementary school in Texas earlier this week, last week, like, he got released from jail. The judge let him out. He tried to go commit terrorism and kill a bunch of kids at a school, and a judge just let him out of jail. Let that sink in.
Right. When I said it's the satanic party, I actually meant that. It's the party of no principles. It's the party of no morals. It's the party that quite literally could be whatever they fucking want to be. All right? If they can violate thou shalt not murder and thou shalt not steal, what else are they going to violate? Well, this tweet is thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. That's 3 of the 10 commandments in like one tweet.
And we're not. That's why we keep blowing them up, no matter what the lefty media says about it. Oh, you're bombing kids. Nope, we're bombing terrorists.
And again, my stance is simple. If you can't keep the dead...
Just because they put their wives in the bunker with them, I don't care. It means nothing to me. I don't care. Like, the school explosion has already been proved. Last week, like literally 11 days ago, I saw evidence to prove that it was Iran that blew up that school that was inside of the IRGC compound. Nobody gives a shit. They all just want to fucking blame America because America is bad and imperialism bad and while Islam's fucking conquering fucking 60 fucking nations. But America's the bad guy? Get fucked. Just get fucked.
Commandments. You're probably not a moral guy. And if you're not a moral guy, and in this case you're not a moral party, I actually have zero expectation for you to not stoop to the absolute lowest of the low. Like, you are on the...
I got something for you guys real quick. I got something for you. You guys are going to love this. You guys are going to love this. What do you guys think of this? This is all peaceful, right? They're just going to take over fucking half of Africa, all of the Middle East, half of fucking Asia, half of India, all of the fucking Indo-Pacific, apparently, and they're just going to claim it, and they're just going to say it's one nation. One Islamic State. Who's going to fuck with us? I mean, besides yourselves, like, I don't know. Like, don't half of you fucking hate the other half because you don't follow fucking Islam the right way? Like, I mean, other than that part, fucking retards. Yeah, really cool picture. Really cool picture where we need to drop our fucking nukes.
The bottom rung of the abyss. I have no hope for you. I don't want to unify with you. I want to destroy you.
All the gray part, it's basically inhabitable anyway.
And that is why this
fucking sand fucking people already fucking destroyed it all.
channel radicalizes people like no other. Because I say the fucking shit that other people think that no one wants to say because they get in trouble. Well, I get in trouble.
It's fucking oil and sand. That's all there fucking is. And all that fucking gray area. Might as well just turn it to fucking glass.
And I'm more than happy to get in trouble. Meanwhile, while Gavin Newsom is posting this about Nick Shirley, he's also...
No, Casino. The innocent Muslims are still raping little girls and enslaving women. There is no innocent Muslim. The innocent Muslims are the ones that don't actually practice being a Muslim. Like that fucking San Diego fucking guy who literally practices nothing that the Quran teaches. He's in debt. He doesn't beat his wife. Like, he only has one wife. Like, that's not a fucking Muslim. Muslims fucking beat their wives because the Quran tells them to. Muslims don't get into debt because the Quran says you're not allowed to. What do you mean, who said that shit? The Quran says that shit. Like, it's in the Quran. This is true. Do I need to pull it up for you? How do I want to word this? Islam does not teach or encourage wife beating in the sense of domestic violence, abuse, or causing harm. The religion strongly emphasizes kindness, respect, and gender. Peace be upon him, especially describing it in the Saint Hadith as neither striking. The main point of controversy comes from Quran 4:34, which addresses martial discord when a husband fears, often translated as rebellion, disloyal, or arrogance, ill conduct from his wife. Admonish, forsake, often an idrebuhuna, often translated as strike them or beat them. Are we done playing? Are we done playing now? The Quran strictly fucking says at 4:34 to indribahuna, to strike them. Are we done playing now? All right, you now have your proof. You guys can kiss my ass. We can get back to what I was saying. Islam teaches you to beat your wife because the ones that adhere to Islam beat their wives when they are disloyal or too arrogant. Okay? Okay, moving on.
Tweeting this on his personal account. To every kid with a learning disability, don't let anyone, not even the President of the United States, bully you. Dyslexia isn't a weakness, it's your strength. This is because Donald Trump said that, why is Gavin Newsom going around making his entire political campaign talking about how he's dyslexic? That's actually not a good thing. And he's like, no, it's actually a strength. All right, Gavin, this is coming from someone that's dyslexic. It's not a strength. It fucking sucks, all right? But you live with it.
It's from the Quran. I've listened to people on YouTube who have read the entire fucking thing and all the hadiths and all the other bullshit. And Alice, will you please do something about that fucking bot before I fucking do something?
Move on. You get over it. All right. These people, it's like Gavin Newsom is like a straight white guy. So he literally needs some sort of identity. All right. Otherwise, he's just.
No, you guys are the little dumbasses. You guys have never read up the fucking book. You guys have never fucking done anything past fucking what I have shown you. So you guys are just fucking sitting there fucking playing your little footsie tootsie and you don't fucking want to play. You don't want to actually fucking read anything. This is what they fucking teach. Like, get the fuck over it.
A fucking nothing burger. All right. That is leftist politics. All right. If you are a straight.
Isaac Ibrahim, he is a fucking scholar and he is on YouTube and I have watched about fucking 500 of his fucking videos and he talks about the Quran and he brings up the fucking passages in the Quran in his fucking videos. If you don't like it, go watch his shit. But we're not gonna sit here and we're not gonna fucking play the game of fucking Islam is good. Okay? Literally, dude, you're fucking done. Okay? Alice, if you want to get paid again, you need to fucking be on your shit.
Straight white man, you are filth and you need to be destroyed. So Gavin.
Like I said, Michael. When he pulls the passages out and fucking reads them in fucking Arabic and then in English. Like, I'm going to take his word over it. Long before I take it over somebody in my chat. Who's not even a fucking sub. You're just some random person in chat. Like you subbed once and now you didn't. Like, literally, the only people that are subbed to me right now are people that I paid for them to be subbed. So, like, your opinion is about this fucking much to me. My opinion matters a lot more to me. And I know my opinion's right because I know I learned it. So, fuck you.
Newsom is like, holy shit, if I want to run for president, I need to be disabled. Now he's running with this dyslexia scam. My guy, it is a weakness. It's not a strength. Stop being a bitch about it. And he's crying about getting bullied for being called dyslexic when he's literally calling a random 23-year-old independent journalist a pedophile? Like, this is unbelievable levels of delusion. Like, this guy fucking sucks.
And you fucking Democrats want to fucking make him your president. This is the guy that Democrats want to run for president.
Honestly. And if he becomes president, our country's gonna fucking suck. and he is currently the Democratic front runner for the 2028 election. It's terrifying. Anyway, on our side of the political
It just means we're gonna win in a fucking landslide.
party, we got plenty of bullshit too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not
Like, there's no fucking possible way that the average fucking American person is not leaning fucking heavily to the right. Like, I cannot fucking, like, I'm choosing not to believe that. Like, I'm choosing to believe that the average fucking American realizes how crazy the Democratic Party is right now. Because if they don't, like, this whole fucking world is toast.
not saying that the Republicans are perfect or anything. Report from the U.S. Senate is preparing to vote on the Save America Act on Wednesday. However, there will be no talking filibuster. It seems like John Thune, retard McGee...
Dude, I'm telling you guys right now, if these fucking polls that I keep seeing fucking coming out from the fucking left wing are fucking even close to accurate, and fucking AOC and Jasmine Crockett have a better chance of being fucking president and vice president than Vance and Rubio, like, guys, like, what the fuck are we even doing? Like, what the fuck are we even doing? Like, in what world are either AOC or Jasmine Crockett a better fucking pick than Marco fucking Rubio, who has been fucking crushing it as fucking Secretary of State? Or fucking JD, who's about to arrest fucking half the fucking Democratic Party for fraud? But for some reason, the Democrats are gonna beat us. Like, if that's true, if that many fucking people truly fucking hate Donald Trump and all the awesome things that he's been doing to that point where it doesn't matter who we put up, you guys are gonna vote for a Democrat no matter what in 28, like, we're all fucked. We are all fucked. What's going on, Zentok? How you doing, buddy?
really doesn't fucking want to get this passed. All right, we have traitors within. It won't pass because he doesn't want it to pass. They have the means to force it through, but they refuse to. One of the worst betrayals from the Republicans in my life, and there's a long list of them. Quite literally, we have enemies within that we need to destroy, and then we also have the enemies within our party supposedly fighting the enemies within that we need to destroy. All right, the silver lining is our generation is fucking done with this shit. All right, the boomerocracy is going to end, and we are going to have the most radical fucking government of all time at some point, and it's going to be unbelievable levels of.
Guys, don't try and lie to me. Like, I'm not here for the gaslighting. Like, and when I have read stuff with my own two eyes, like, I know what's out there.
Pendulum swinging, and the pendulum is only going to swing harder if these people don't fucking get their act together, because it's inevitable. People in my generation are so fucking tired of this, and every single time they try to cram bullshit down your throat, you know, call an innocent 23-year-old a pedophile just because he's investigating, I don't know, childcare scams, import infinite rapists literally to rape our country and face no consequences. Literally everyone knows that the media is lying about this constantly to try to drum up an emotional backlash from their side. The constant release of violent criminals, my guy, they are not ready. None of you are ready. I don't know if it's going to be 2028. I don't know if it's going to be
Like I said a few minutes ago, they literally let out a fucking person who was trying to commit mass murder at a school. Let him walk right out of jail. Judge said let him go. So he could go attempt again, I guess. I don't know.
2032. I don't know if it's going to be 2036. But at some point, we are going to get a fucking government that's going to destroy you people. Everyone said that the right was going to swing back to the left under Trump.
And I don't know if you guys heard about I know you guys heard about the synagogue attack. But I don't know if you guys heard about the latest out of that. The synagogue attack up in, what was it? Bloomfield, Michigan, something. The guy that attacked that synagogue, the reason he attacked that synagogue was because Israel blew up his brother. Do you know why Israel blew up his brother? He was a Hezbollah terrorist. A commander, actually. a commander in the Hezbollah terrorist group, and his brother was just chilling here in America. Yeah, that will do it every time. Every time, Zentok. You blow up a terrorist is just gonna go shoot up a fucking innocent synagogue. Yep. Every time.
No. Trump's not nearly radical enough.
No.
On the domestic front.
Mm-mm.
All right? Foreign policy, I think he does a very good job. He bombs terrorists. Love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, our foreign policy is you do what we want or fuck you.
Domestic policy? Oh, my fucking guy. You are not ready.
We need to fucking get these activist judges out of office. Like, every single one. If you're trying to circumvent the will of the American people, you're fucking done. Period. Get the fuck out of office. We voted for this. This is what we want. This is what we are going to get. And you will not stop us.
Just for clarity's sake, I want to kind of explain to you exactly what's going on. And mark my words, I'm going to be correct. All right, so if this is the left...
When something has an 85% approval rate, that means get the fuck out of the way, you dipshit.
Okay, and this is the right. All right, we're paying attention. All right, this is the center. All right, so this is where, like, Gavin Newsom type people are. Yeah. Gavin Newsom is, like, around here. All right, we'll call it G for Gavin Newsom. All right, Zoran Mamdani is, like, here. Like
Nux found the G spot.
Let's say. All right, okay. Trump is here. Trump is here.
Yeah.
All right. The sentiment of young men in this country is here.
And I am right around here-ish. Right around here-ish. Because don't get me wrong, I still do vote for some Democrats. Like there are some base Democrats. I live in Illinois. Like I've got to get my mind around voting for a couple of Democrats, guys. Like I don't have a choice. Like sometimes it's only Democrats that I get to vote between. Like that's the way it is.
Like the likes of which you quite literally don't
Illinois.
think exist. But anywho, 400 killed in Pakistan airstrike on Kabul hospital. All right, so no one cares because there's no Jews involved, so obviously this is really not a big deal.
Yeah,
no free Palestine people. All right, interesting. It's interesting that there's no protests in England. I mean, I hear that if you bomb a hospital, every dumb fuck in England is going to protest.
Connor,
every college is going to freak out. I bet you none of you even knew this actually happened because literally no Jews, no news. That's what
I did actually know about
let's be honest for a second. No one even knew this happened. Where are all the Pakistanis that were screaming about Palestine now that they're bombing hospitals, huh?
Actually, who was it? It might have been one of the Simon Whistler videos. We're about to watch another one, but it might have been a Whistler video I was watching on one of his War Fronts videos about this one. Yeah. So, I mean, Pakistan and what is it? Afghanistan are going at it. And luckily Pakistan hasn't launched a nuke yet because they've got them.
Well, the answer is they never actually cared about bombing hospitals. The answer is because when you're dealing with agents of the devil, Nux, you have to stop dehumanizing people. Dog, I am being very, very forthright with my descriptions. There was no hyperbole with that statement.
So, Valo, you still here, buddy? You got anything to say about the airstrike on the hospital? Buddy? You here?
All right, when you're dealing with agents of the devil, whether they're knowing agents or unknowing agents, they don't care, and they will use your principles against you. All right? They're like,
You still don't target hospitals. Guys. That's the thing. This is what you Democrats would call a war crime. That's what this is. This is what you would call a war crime. And nobody gives a shit because it's not America or the Jews. It wasn't done by the evil people, so nobody cares.
You are supposed to follow and abide by the rules where you don't bomb hospitals. However, we can bomb as many hospitals as we want because we actually have no moral guidelines or compass whatsoever. And you see it literally every single day if you actually pay attention. No one even fucking knows this happened because quite literally no one fucking cares. And it's heartbreaking, but it's true. Now, speaking of people that are dying, all right, dead Muslims. Speaking of dead Muslims, all right,
Yeah, this bitch is dead.
was the secretary of the Iran Supreme National Security Council and the regime's effective leader. It's over. He's dead. They got him.
Yes,
Israel
sir.
got him. Let's go. Basically, our one competent ally these days, it seems.
We got another one too. Cause this is a little bit of old news. We got another one. What's his name? Iran confirmed it. Where'd it go? No. Ah. No, that's not what I want. Yeah. Oh yeah, they claim they almost fucking completely destroyed an F-35. They did damage one. It landed safely though. Who did they die? Who died? Fuck it, I don't care. Another dead terrorist.
From like Argentina and El Salvador.
Nope, I'm not Iranian. Hey. Yeah.
All right, but like unironically, all right, so hell yeah, throughout the years, Laranjani was considered the most veteran and senior figures within the Iranian regime leadership and was a close associate of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei.
And now he's dead.
During the most recent wave of protests against the Iranian terror regime, Laranjani personally oversaw the massacre that was carried out against the Iranian protesters, of which they killed over 40,000 people over in 48 hours. Once again, no one cares.
But that was just in 2 days.
You know, no Jews, no news. That's literally the media, right? So Ali Laranjani.
For context, there was 45 other days of protests that we don't have any death tolls from. But we do have videos that were coming out very staggeringly of random fucking people getting shot at with AK-47s in crowds on different days than those 2 days where a lot of people got killed. So, probably upwards of 150,000 fucking dead, if not more. Like it's gonna be pretty staggering when shit finally gets fucking all tallied up. And most of it is because of the fuckers that we are bombing the shit out of. So, like, all you fucking crybabies, keep crying, because we don't care.
Johnny is dead. Motherfucker is dead, rotting in hell as we speak. He was sent there, express mail, no fraud, no.
It is a crime, and that's why we're punishing them with bombs on their heads.
No. Nick Shirley investigations are going to figure out that this wasn't a scam. Bro's dead. Now, in order to make you a little bit happier, this is a tweet from him from 3 days ago. Trump says he is looking for a speedy victory. While starting a war is easy, it cannot be won with a few tweets. We will not relent until making you sorry for this grave miscalculation. Anyway, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Bro's dead. Yeah, so, we will make you sorry. Are you threatening our POTUS, sir? Bro's dead. Bro was obliterated, actually. I would say they buried him, but they probably didn't find all of him. But he's dead. Yeah, it's over. It's over. Laranjani is
kaput. According to Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, top Iranian official Ali Laranjani is dead. He was killed in a strike overnight.
Rip Bozo, and every single third worlder is losing their mind. No, not Laranjani. He was my favorite guy. He only raped like hundreds of women instead of thousands, which made him like pretty good on Iranian standards.
According to Israel's defense minister, this was probably the most significant strike, you could describe it, in the past week and a half. The Israelis and the Americans are going after the structure of Iran's regime. Laranjani was largely considered the de facto leader in the aftermath of the killing of
considered the de facto leader. He's dead.
Iran's former supreme leader, and uncertain questions about Mustafa Khamenei, the man who was elected to be the next supreme leader. Laranjani was serving as the secretary to Iran's Supreme National Security Council.
He's dead.
I can
Yeah.
also
They got him.
report overnight the Israelis, in a separate strike, killed the top commander of Iran's Basij forces. This is a
This guy, that's right, yeah.
His name is Ghulam Reza Soleimani.
Yeah, this guy. Yeah. Yeah, this is the fucker I was trying to find.
And he was responsible for commanding the crackdown.
Oh my god! It's like I wasn't even paying attention. They got another commander too. Based.
On protesters earlier this year across Iran. An official tells me this morning that over a dozen Basij officials were with him when that strike took place.
Good shit. They're all
taking out
dead.
this top
Base.
commander. It comes as the
Base.
Israelis
Yes, good,
have launched a
good.
series
Yeah.
of airstrikes alongside their American counterparts across Iran over the past 24
I shall not murder. Oh my god, dude. This is a war. This is fucking war. Right? If you're gonna use biblical doctrines against me, and you say, but you just said thou shalt not murder, and now you support killing a terrorist.
I'm pretty sure there is a passage in the Bible that is actually all about this. I really hope Nux brings it up because he's brought it up before. But there is a passage in the Bible where, like, it literally condemns you if you know somebody wants to come do you harm and you do nothing. Like, it's literally condemnable in the Bible.
That's killed tens of thousands of people. My guy, are you unfamiliar with anything that you're saying? Read the Bible and you'll see how God tells you to fight wars. All right.
Yeah. See. Fuckface knows. That's Zentok from my game. I looked at that, bro. Like I'm not going to attack. Like I'm not wasting my time. Oh hey, we got a couple of towers again for a minute. Like I'll take that one. I occupied a tower for us. Yay. But like fuck chicken nuggets. Like fuck them. Like literally just fuck them. Okay. Like bastards.
I'm so tired of like this absolute pussyfoot shit. All right, you're gonna really try to hit me with that?
For hours. You can see some of these strikes on Sunday. This new video released by the IDF. They are expected to intensify and increase in the hours and days ahead.
Good. Kill them. They're bait. Killing them is based, actually. All right? You're not going to emotionally manipulate me. Actually, the terrorists are... No, they're terrorists. They're going to fucking die. All right? Now, this is a war video. This is a fraud video.
Yeah.
Ironically. And we're going to get into this. All right? The way...
Yeah, we're going to worry about that later. Don't you worry.
The opponent lacks air dominance. Your offensive power projection still deters to some extent. He's dead. He's dead, actually. They posted this 3 days ago. He's dead. Any update on this, sir? Do we have any update on this? Do we have an update? Now, this is from the actual Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar, and this is what he had to say.
Larijani was also under U.S. sanctions for the same reason, with a $10 million prize on his head.
All right, so apparently...
So, who gets that $10 million? Can I claim it? Like, if nobody else is going to claim it, can I claim it?
We had a $10 million price on this guy's head. $10 million bounty on Laranjani.
Like, who gets the $10 million? Is it the operator that dropped the bomb? Like, is it the commander who carried out the mission? Like, just asking for a friend.
We did it for free, anyhow.
And they did it for
So Israel gets to collect.
free. That's what I'm... When a Jew does something for you for free, you say please and thank you. All right?
Yeah, if a Jew is not going to charge you for it, like, you know it's something real good.
That is a lesson for every single one of you in the audience.
It's like when a prostitute doesn't charge you.
It's all right. If a Jew is willing to do it for free...
Like, what the fuck did you do that she's not going to charge you for something that she literally charges people to do all day long?
Holy shit, it's gotta be good. So anyway, yeah, so while Gavin Newsom is stealing our money, apparently killing terrorists is based. Now, can we just stop funding every single foreign country on the planet, please, Mr. President? Can we please do that? All of them, including Israel and...
See, like, this is where me and Nux butt heads quite a bit. Like, I am all for fucking sending money to our allies that are gonna blow up our enemies. Like, they are a lot more liberal with blowing up terrorists. Like, I am all for fucking sending them a little bit of extra money. Like, one more terrorist with a fucking missile up his ass is okay with me. Just the way I am.
and all the others in Egypt and Ukraine, please. Can we stop funding every foreign country on the planet? Let them keep doing, helping us.
The fuck are we fucking... Why are we funding Egypt? They're like fucking 5,000 years old. Like, didn't they, like, construct the pyramids fucking 5,000 years ago? Like, Egypt is one of the oldest fucking countries on the planet. Why the fuck do we give them money? They should be sending us money. Like, literally, they should be helping us out. We're the new country on the fucking town. Like, they're the fucking old guys. What the fuck is this?
With this stuff, actually, that would be great. But please, can we stop funding everybody ever, please? And that includes Democrat governors. Not even gonna lie, that shit's crazy. But anywho, they did it for free. They did it for free. We just saved 10 million, some would say. $10 million saved. Hell yeah. Colossal W. Saving money. And Donald Trump has done the thing. As you can see, this is the Strait of America. The Strait of America. I can't believe he actually posted this, by the way. All right, this was called the Strait of Hormuz, renamed recently to the Strait of America because it's ours now. Pretty awesome stuff. Meanwhile, of course, all the anti-Trump people are losing their mind.
And it also sends a very unsettling message.
This is Tucker Carlson doing his most recent show with this guy, Greenwald. He's a radical leftist.
Because censorship, is always...
You guys can't read all of the tweet from Sonny right above it. But, yes, famously, you can't criticize Israel, which is why no one ever does.
Levied on behalf of the people in charge, of course. The people with the power are the only ones who ever pass laws telling you can't criticize them. I mean, of course.
Of course. Yeah.
And so what does this tell us?
By the way, this is literally being posted by RT.com. That's Russian state media. By the way, all right? So Russian state media is posting this about censorship. Okay, just to like understand the context. Russia is criticizing United States censorship, all right, through Tucker Carlson.
I mean, what is this? It's spooky. I've never been the guy who runs around saying Israel runs the United States. It's overstatement.
I love all of the fucking accounts on X fucking talking about how Russia is condemning us and how Russia says we're doing something bad. It's like, bro, you literally just shut up. Like, fuck yourself. Russia has literally been fucking attacking Ukraine for 4 fucking years. Fucking Putin has been assassinating his political opponents for fucking 2 decades. Like, y'all need to just shut all the fuck up.
But I certainly don't want to think that. But, like, if you can't criticize a foreign country, then that country's in charge, right? I mean, what other conclusion should I draw?
I don't criticize Israel because I like Israel. Like, if I had something to criticize, like, I would. But, like, I ain't got nothing bad to say, you guys. Sorry.
My guy literally criticizes Israel every single day on the show. Every single day. He does a show about Israel. All right, so-called America First Tucker Carlson, he doesn't talk about America. He doesn't talk about deporting illegals. He doesn't talk about pushing the SAVE Act for voter ID. He only talks about Israel. Only, exclusively. He criticizes Israel every single one of his shows, the entire show. All right, yes, famously, you can't criticize Israel, which is what no one ever does. True! No one ever criticizes Israel, actually. And just to understand exactly where we are, all right, so this is the Iranian regime saying that the Strait of Hormuz is closed only for Zionists, which they consider literally everyone except for China. Just to understand that everyone except for China, because they view Saudi Arabia as Zionists. All right, they view the United Arab Emirates and Qatar as Zionists, and of course the United States. All right, so they call everyone a Zionist. All right, so they said Hormuz is closed for the Zionists, and Candace Owens says this is objectively hilarious.
Now,
what is even hilarious? I don't even.
Real quick, just for context, because we're almost done with this video. Define Zionist. A Zionist is really a person who just supports Zionism, which is a Jewish nationalist movement that advocates for the establishment, development, and continued existence of a Jewish national homeland or state in the historic land of Israel, also known as No. Also known as, there's no P in the Persian fucking alphabet. Like, how the fuck you got Palestine? It was Palestine. Fucking retards. And I am a Zionist, by the way, guys. In case anybody was fucking wondering. Call me whatever fucking nasty words you want. I could literally give a shit less.
Know what this tweet is supposed to mean. Like, you are literally hilariously cackling at our enemies, bombing civilian ships in the Strait of Hormuz. What are we even doing here? Like, you are just anti-American. We get it.
Yep. Candace Owens. What a bitch. Alright, we got one more video to get through. I know we're going to run a little long, but you guys let's have to get over it. The newest fucking intel out of Iran. Simon just dropped this video a couple hours ago, so let's get into it.
Here's a little peek behind the curtain. Our team at Warfronts did not expect to be actually talking about Iran today, but
yeah, well, Iran has got a lot of stuff going on, buddy, so that's why we're here.
For the last 24 hours, the war raging across the Middle East has managed to go from very, very bad to somehow even worse. Yesterday, Israel, Iran, and the United States crossed an extremely dangerous threshold, and one that both sides have been avoiding for the entire conflict until now. So on day number 20 of the war in the Middle East, we're headed into uncharted territory to confront the very real possibility that the entire war thus far was merely the opening act. The line you don't cross. To understand what just went down in the Middle East, we've got to introduce a premise that feels very strange, even as we lay it out. As destructive as this war has been, as catastrophic and destabilizing an impact as it's already had, Israel, the US...
I know where he's going to go. He's going to talk about the oil field that Israel bombed. Israel did something that made Trump a little mad. Trump's a little mad. I didn't know it was a full 15-minute video worth of mad, but Simon seems to think so from over in the Czech Republic. We'll see what Simon has to say. I didn't think it was all that much of a tizzy, but Simon made a special video about it, so now I'm even more curious.
US and Iran were still taking it easy on each other. Like we said, even voicing that idea out loud feels really quite weird, as if we've somehow missed
it really does,
Israel
considering
and the US
we
killed
haven't
Iran's
been
supreme
nice
leader
to
on
them
day
at all.
one, or the part where Iran is retaliating.
Like, did he miss, like, the last 19 days of the war? Like, we've been beating the fucking ever-loving shit out of them.
Against basically the entire Middle East. But no, we didn't stutter, and we're not speaking in hyperbole. Everything that's happened in the conflict thus far has involved the nations on both sides pulling their punches. Of course, that immediately begs the question, what kind of escalation could possibly be worse than killing the Supreme...
Simon does speak a lot of truth, and I call him Fact Boy, but he seems to show his bias a little bit. Like, he's definitely leftward leaning. I'm not sure if he shows it intentionally, because, like, I've always thought of him as a third-party observer when it comes to most of the stuff that he talks about. So, like, it's kind of weird to see him leaning this far into America bad, as he has been. I'm not sure if that's just a personal feeling or if he honestly believes it.
Leader or closing down the Strait of Hormuz. Well, if we're going to give you any good news today, it's that the answer to that question isn't nuclear. As of the time of writing, the warheads and radioactive materials on all sides are still neatly stored away for safekeeping. Knock on wood. Instead, the trouble stemmed from both sides' attacks on energy infrastructure. Israel and the US haven't exactly been shy about attacking targets that have to do with Iranian oil and natural gas. Just days ago, the US bombed military targets on Karg Island, where a single sprawling refinery handles about 90% of all Iranian oil exports. Nor has Iran been shy about its willingness to attack enemies.
But we were so pinpoint, didn't harm it at all. Because we didn't want to. Not because we couldn't, because we bombed the fucking shit out of that island, but because we didn't want to.
Targets in the Persian Gulf and beyond, whether those targets belong to Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Bahrain, or anybody else. But up until...
I was watching a video by him, though, just yesterday, and he was actually talking about why there's been so many attacks against so many countries in the Middle East, and it has to do with the way that their military breaks down in this kind of an event. So I forgot what it's called, but it breaks down into smaller groups that have... It's in order to keep it from completely losing its head. Like, it's like an anti-decapitation move. And so it puts more power into more unitary personnel. So, say somebody's bombing the UAE, well, maybe Iran as a whole, like the people that are in charge, don't really want to, but the commander of the paramilitary group that is now running amok over in fucking the eastern part or the western part of Iran, that is really close to the UAE, sees them as little pussy bitches that aren't Islamic enough to stand up to America like they are. So they are attacking them. And then when the president apologized to everybody, all the fucking commanders that had been attacking everybody got pissed off at the fucking president and then started attacking everybody again. Like, that's why they were still doing all the attacks. Like, Beirut has been attacked, UAE, Oman, and all these other fucking countries. Like, they keep getting attacked even though the Iranian president apologized for it. It's because these leaders have taken, like I said, I forgot what the name of the strategy is, but like, it's almost like their own little fucking El Presidentes and fucking little warlords fucking spread out throughout Iran now. It's like an insurgency type route, like what happened in Iraq when we went in there.
Now, those attacks have fallen into one of three categories: symbolic strikes, limited strikes, or...
Yeah, insurgents with fucking ballistic missiles and fucking one-way suicide drones, and they're just fucking attacking fucking hospitals and high-rise buildings and all these other fucking things. It's so fucking great. It's almost like they're terrorists.
Or strikes of minimal real consequence. Take the US strikes on Karg Island. US Semicom...
Earlier this morning, I saw that the US has sent A-10 Warthogs and Apache helicopters to the Strait of Hormuz for security. So, they are gonna be destroyed. I don't know if you know what an A-10 Warthog is, but oh, those things fuck hard. Those things really fuck hard, man. Oh.
Claimed to have destroyed about 90 military targets but completely spared the island's energy infrastructure. The message to Iran is clear. Keep messing around, and next time, Uncle Sam is not going to be quite so discerning. But America's objective is to issue the threat, not to destroy 90% of Iran's oil export capacity in one fell swoop. In other US and...
No, we would like that afterward, thank you.
Israeli airstrikes, any direct hits on Iranian oil and natural gas infrastructure have either caused relatively minor damage in some...
But, like I said earlier, they broke one of our planes, so... Gloves might be coming off.
Some cases, or otherwise, struck targets that aren't all that important by themselves. The US and Israel...
Because I don't know if you guys know how much an F-35 costs, but it's not cheap.
Israel hammer away at Iran's energy industry at the margins to remind Iranian leaders that they could destroy the whole thing. Iran has done basically the same thing. Although its leaders made the highly questionable decision to strike energy infrastructure across the Gulf, they haven't sought to fully destroy that infrastructure. At this point in the conflict, Iran has been able to find its way through Gulf air defenses many times, and the Iranian military could follow its early probing breakthroughs with much larger swarms of drones or missiles.
No, they can't. They don't have enough.
Overwhelming those vulnerable energy targets and causing destruction that would take months or years to recover from. But Iran hasn't done that. It sparked large fires, it's forced temporary shutdowns, and it's attacked trade vessels. But if the war in the Middle East ended tomorrow, then the world could be most of the way back to normal in hardly more than a month. In short, both sides seem to have an understanding about the way that they had chosen to escalate the conflict and the ways that they hadn't.
Okay, so Simon isn't getting it yet, which is weird because he's so in on these things. So America is doing what they're doing to weaken the infrastructure of the regime for the uprising. Israel and the United States, they started hitting softer, more civilian-y targets like police stations and things, like to make it easier for the people to liberate, not as a way of escalation against the Iranian people. You guys understand what I'm saying? Like they're not escalating the way that Simon thinks it is. It's so much more pinpoint than Simon's got a grasp on yet. At least in my opinion. Like, in my opinion, like that's what they're doing, and that's how it's going. Like, that's why it's so weird to hear Simon's opinion on this. Like, he thinks America's just bumbling and fumbling through this, and like that's not even close to the case.
Yesterday, in the span of just a few hours,
it's kind of wild how close he thinks we are to Russia militarily. Like, our logistics is fucking world class, buddy. Like, we are the best for a reason. Like, we don't get bogged down like they do. We don't have troops that need to get resupplied. We're just flying overhead and blowing them up.
Careful balance completely collapsed. The spark that set the whole thing off, quite literally in this case, was an Israeli airstrike that targeted an Iranian natural gas field known as South Pars.
Yeah.
It's an undersea natural gas
That was the little man
straddling the maritime border.
Like I said, this made Trump a little mad. Like, I didn't know it was a full video where they're mad, but it made Trump a little mad. Like, that's why I didn't say anything about it earlier.
Between Iran and the nation of Qatar, and with both nations' shares added together, South Pars is the largest natural gas deposit in the entire world. On Iran's side of the border, there's an estimated 51 trillion cubic meters of natural gas. Trillion with a T. But although Qatar chooses to take most of its share and convert it into liquefied natural gas, or LNG, for export, Iran uses the South Pars deposit very differently. Iran's domestic energy infrastructure is heavily dependent on natural gas, and the vast majority of all natural gas that Iran uses to keep the lights on comes directly out of South Pars. For that reason, it's arguably Iran's single most important energy deposit of any kind. Strike an Iranian oil field, or a refinery, or even Karg Island itself, and as catastrophic as the impact might be, you'll still essentially be targeting the Iranian economy. But attack South Pars, and you attack a facility that makes daily life in Iran possible. It's the sort of target that Iran's enemies would only
but which part of daily Iran?
Ever target in one of two situations.
Like, we've already seen the difference, like, looking at the Cuba situation, how the people had no energy, but the buildings that were owned by the government still had plenty of energy because the lights were still on a week after the fucking citizens lost all their power. So which energy is this field supplying? Like, if it's only supplying energy for government buildings and regime buildings, like, I don't see this as a bad thing. Like, if it's civilian infrastructure, then yeah, that's kind of shitty.
Either they were willing to escalate the entire conflict to an unprecedented level of intensity.
But at the end of the day, like, it's still going to affect both.
Or they didn't understand the gravity of their decision. As for which of those options applies to this scenario...
And that's definitely not it. We're going to go back a couple seconds and see what were his two options, because it's definitely not option B.
Would only ever target in one of two situations. Either they were willing to escalate the entire conflict to an unprecedented level of intensity, or they didn't understand the gravity of their decision. As for which of those options applies to this scenario, you will have to be the judge, at least until more information comes out of Jerusalem and Washington. What we do know, as of the time of writing, is that Israel carried out the airstrike on South Pars alone, with the awareness, and most importantly, the approval of the United States. According to White House insiders speaking to the national press, US President Donald Trump intended the strike to be a sort of warning shot, punishing Iran for its decision to blockade the Strait of Hormuz and warning of the consequences if Tehran didn't reverse course. Unfortunately for the Donald Trump of Wednesday morning, the Donald Trump of Thursday afternoon has the benefit of hindsight, and in hindsight it seems that Iran didn't receive the message in the way that Trump intended. Instead, Iran responded with what seems to have been its most significant missile strikes since the start of the war. Those strikes were concentrated primarily on the installation that handles Qatar's side of the two nations' shared deposit, the liquefied natural gas facility known as Ras Laffan Industrial City. We've actually discussed Ras Laffan on a couple of recent Warfronts episodes, but the key details are worth reiterating. This single facility supplies roughly 20% of all LNG exports on Earth. It also exports about a third of the purified helium that the world needs to build advanced semiconductors. LNG is a source of energy that is in extremely high demand, especially in Asia and Europe, and Iran has already threatened the LNG facility at Ras Laffan on multiple occasions. But while Iran has hit the facility before, its strikes have only been enough to force a temporary shutdown, with Qatar committing to shutter Ras Laffan through the end of the war, plus the 2 weeks it'll take to restart production afterward. So, when Israel chose to escalate the Middle East conflict with a strike on Iran's most important natural gas reserves, Iran focused its retaliation against the same source of energy and against a target that would hurt the rest of the world as much as a strike on South Pars would hurt Iran. Tehran bombarded Ras Laffan with...
So you mean they're terrorists? They did this to be terrorists? No way!
A barrage of ballistic missiles and appeared to score multiple direct hits, sparking fires and explosions on a scale that goes far beyond most of the destruction in this conflict. Qatar Energy...
So you mean they did some terrorist shit? It's fucking shocking what terrorists do. You mean a terrorist was a terrorist? Oh my god, you guys.
A state-owned company that oversees Ras Laffan indicated that the site suffered, quote, extensive damage, or in other words, damage that went far beyond what the facility had previously endured. Nor was that the extent of Iran's retaliation. Although this hasn't been confirmed, as of the time this episode was written, Iran claimed to have struck a critical Saudi oil processing plant at a port city called Yanbu, not on the coast of the Persian Gulf, but on the coast of the Red Sea. Over the last few weeks, Saudi Arabia had been urgently shifting its crude oil to start exporting out of Yanbu, a place that all sides have seemed to agree was far away from the epicenter of the conflict. The United Arab Emirates took hits at a key gas processing complex called Habshan 5, one of the world's largest installations of that kind, and at its Bourbon Bab oil field, the largest onshore source of oil in the country. Even within the context of this ongoing conflict, the scale of Iran's retaliation was exceptional. Not only did Tehran reveal that it's still in possession of highly meaningful missile launch capabilities, but it chose to respond to the South Pars airstrike in a way that couldn't possibly be misunderstood. If South Pars was a legitimate target, then Iran was willing and, more importantly, able to cripple global energy to an extent that the world had been hoping to avoid. For America's part, Washington clearly got Iran's message as intended. Of course, when it comes to this version of the White House, there's always a layer of bluster and bravado that we've got to filter through to see what's really going on. But fire and brimstone aside, it took Donald Trump practically no time to announce in all caps, no more attacks will be made by Israel. And then he switched to lowercase, pertaining to this extremely important and valuable South Pars field. As for Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the rest of the Gulf states, the response was pure outrage. Qatar and Saudi Arabia both threatened direct military retaliation, and according to insider sources from both nations, any lingering hopes of making peace with the current Iranian regime seem to have evaporated. As of now, there's no clear indication of just how bad the damage to these sites might be, particularly at Ras Laffan in Qatar, but if the destruction is as extensive as a video from the strikes would suggest, then the entire world energy market is already guaranteed to face a good deal of pain. Now next up, what we need to do is discuss the way out of this situation, but before we do, we'd like to take a moment to discuss Fronts.co, which is our...
I swear to God, if he says anything that involves America giving up, I'm turning off the video.
Team's premium website, written news outlet, and one-stop shop for global conflict analysis. Over on Fronts, our team works with award-winning journalists and experts to provide key insights into the wars.
Like, so far, it's been 9 minutes of him talking about how much fucking bad terrorism things they've been doing.
Flashpoints, and geopolitics that shape our world. Plus, we provide exclusive video episodes every single week, as well as our Briefing Room series, a Saturday collection of under-the-radar stories from across the globe. This week, our team...
I am contemplating getting this.
is expanding our coverage of the Iran conflict with a free-to-access daily podcast summarizing all the war's latest developments. It's called the Iran Daily Dispatch. We'll be releasing it every weekday until the conflict concludes, and you could sign up to be notified when each new episode is available. You don't need an account to access the Dispatch, and it's completely free of charge. Our first 3 episodes have already been published, so go check them out, and if you do choose to subscribe to Fronts.co, it's just $5 a month or $50 a year. It supports that podcast, it supports these shows, and helps us continue our independent coverage. Sign up for the Iran Daily Dispatch. And now, back to the war. Off-ramps and escalation. After the strikes on South Pars, Ras Laffan, and the other energy installations that were struck this Wednesday, it's clear that the war in the Middle East is heading toward a series of worst-case scenarios. Granted, there are still ways for the situation to get even worse, and we sincerely hope that those potential outcomes will be avoided. But already, we're getting...
I can already tell you guys, if he mentions the N-word, you guys know which N-word we're talking about. If he mentions the N-word, it's not a possibility. It's not going to happen.
Getting into territory that people who've spent their whole careers immersed in Middle Eastern affairs had been trying not to speak into existence. A bad outcome in this war might have involved a months-long blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, preventing a high share of the world's energy supply from reaching its intended customers. That's an outcome that already seemed to be on the horizon before Wednesday's events. But a catastrophic outcome would be one where energy attacks on Persian Gulf states involved more than simply interdicting, blockading, or deterring the shipments of oil and natural gas. What happened on the 18th of March was destruction, not just of individual tankers full of the stuff, but the incredibly expensive, incredibly hard to replace infrastructure that allows for its extraction in the first place. Global energy markets certainly don't enjoy watching tankers get blown up in the Strait of Hormuz, but at worst, the loss of a tanker's worth of energy supplies is a rounding error for a single day's trade. Destroy something like Ras Laffan, or for that matter, something like the installations that extract natural gas from South Pars, and the entire market can expect severe and persistent disruption. Even worse, this is a war, and in wars, the loss of key installations is not an isolated event. Retaliation begets retaliation, and there is a lot left for Iran, Israel, the US, or anybody else to destroy. But simply Israel, the US, and Iran approached a point of no return, and right now, they are standing shoulder to shoulder on the edge of a cliff, contemplating a jump from which there is no easy return. But as always, there are ways to make the situation worse, and there are ways to make it better. What needs to happen now is really quite simple. The US,
need to give up.
Israel, Iran, and every other nation that's been made party to this conflict need to demonstrate to each other loudly, clearly, and consistently that they are ready to de-escalate.
No.
Each of them needs to come to grips with the idea that as rewarding as escalation might feel, or as close as they think they might be to forcing their adversaries to back down, the risk of miscalculation and catastrophe just isn't worth the potential rewards.
Don't care.
For Israel, that means backing off in a moment when the nation's arch-enemy is more vulnerable than ever. For the United States, that means swallowing Washington's pride, standing up to its partners in Jerusalem, and using all the leverage at its disposal to seek a path away from the brink.
Absolutely fucking not.
For the Gulf states, it means giving up the chance to retaliate and swallowing the insults and the immense economic pain that Wednesday's events delivered to them. And for Iran, it means resist.
No. We will not stop until the fucking Iranian regime, as it is known to be, is completely gone. That's when we will stop. When Iran is free, that's when we'll stop. Until then, fucking bite me. Like, fucking piss off, go fuck yourself, don't care. That's the end game, guys. The end game is no more Islamic fucking state of Iran. Hate to have to break it to you, but that's the end game, because they're terrorists. And they keep proving to everybody that they're terrorists. And it's not going to stop unless we kill them all.
The urge to use the most powerful tool at its disposal at a moment when Iran can't fight in the air, can't force a battle on the ground, but can inflict pain on the entire rest of the world. Now, will that de-escalation actually happen? Well, we hope so, but the early indicators aren't exactly positive. In Washington, Donald Trump's moment of concern seems to have been exactly that, a moment quickly forgotten and replaced with the threats Trump issued in the same social media tirade to, quote, massively blow up the entirety of South Pars if Iran were to attack Qatar again. Iran, meanwhile, appears to understand that it's in a tough situation either way, and seems to have noticed that in this war it's either getting beaten up or it's attacking energy infrastructure and achieving some success of its own. Finally, Israel's conduct in this war, in its prior exchanges with Iran, in its conflict with...
It's either getting beaten up or it's committing acts of terrorism. Like, that's what they're doing. They're committing acts of terrorism, Simon. Simon, they're being terrorists. Don't run cover for them, Simon.
With Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis, and...
Actually, I'm going to put that in his comments right now. It's going down in his comments while we're fucking recording. I don't even care. Simon. Hitting energy infrastructure is called terrorism. That is why USA is blowing up them. Up. See, I can fix my English while we're going here. US is blowing them up. Terrorists are bad. Okay, back to the video.
Even in its decision to strike South Pars on the 18th of March, all indicate the same thing. Israel is willing to deal with the short-term regional instability, the economic pain, the diplomatic headaches, the bad press, and whatever else it needs to, as long as Iran and its allies are weakened or ideally destroyed when a given conflict eventually comes to an end. That combination is not one.
The only allies that Iran has are Hezbollah, the Houthis, and Hamas. Those are all terrorist organizations, Simon. Terrorist organizations.
That leads toward de-escalation. And while our Warfronts team would always encourage our viewers to maintain a bit of hope, we wouldn't encourage anything resembling optimism. Israel's attack on South Pars and Iran's retaliation aren't enough to make this escalation permanent, but they are enough to bring this conflict to the brink. Could Iran, Israel, and the United States recognize that danger and back down?
Nope.
Sure they could. But a trio of nations that was inclined to handle this situation with a pivot into calm de-escalation probably doesn't end up in a war like this in the first place.
Nope.
Thank you for watching.
You're welcome, Simon, even though if I thought you were way off the mark on this one, buddy. Like, don't get me wrong, guys. I really like fucking listening to Simon. Like, he's very intelligent. But it definitely feels like he's got a very liberal lean on this. Like, unfortunately. Like, I'm not sure why he's so pro-terrorism. Because that's like... Gen Alpha textbooks are gonna be nuts. Yeah, fucking full of fucking fake news propaganda. Fucking great. Oh god, the new fucking textbooks all just say fucking Jews bad. That's all the fucking new textbooks have in them. Do you know what a Jew is? Yeah. They're evil! Oh, okay. It's whatever, you guys.